Hey you guys, it's Peter, and welcome to my channel, Peterisms, where I tell stories of my life and just little things that I have learned as I have grown into the person that I am today. And it is Tuesday afternoon at 3:56 p.m., and I am getting ready to leave for Las Vegas, Nevada tomorrow. We are going on a couple's trip for our friend Jason's birthday, so please wish Jason a happy birthday in the comment section below. His birthday was actually like months ago, but this has been something that he planned for a long time. So I am pre-filming this video to put up on Wednesday. I may pre-film another video, so check back, but I do think that I'm going to take Thursday going forward off, and then when I come back, I will be uploading videos on this channel again. But if I get my packing done and I'm just sitting here, ready to go tomorrow morning, then I might film some other videos over here. We'll see. To pre-film videos, because I'm going to continue to film videos on my drama channel and I'm going to continue to film videos on my vlog channel. So the only two channels that I have to pre-film videos for would be this channel and my review channel, because I'll do like some videos for my Peter Does Stuff channel over there, and the BookTube channel stuff I'm going to wait until I get back. So I might pre-film some videos. We'll see. All right, let's get into the videos. Let's get into the meditations for the 15th. Yesterday I was going to read from The Nightlight by Amy Dean, and I didn't do that. So let me read from this one. Okay, September 15th. Dun, dun, dun. I love this book so much. September 15th. No. I feel like somebody gave this to me. September 15th. Whatever course you decide upon, there is always someone to tell you you are wrong. There are always difficulties arising which tempt you to believe that your critics are right. To map out a course of action and follow it to an end requires courage. Ralph Waldo Emerson. When we first entered the program, someone may have said to us, "Oh, you don't have a problem. You don't need that program." That person may have dismissed our reasons with countless excuses, saying that our decision was silly or foolish, that someday we'd come to our senses. At first, we may have believed our critics. The program certainly wasn't easy. Maybe our circumstances weren't as bad as we thought, compared to others. Maybe we looked around the meeting room and didn't see people of the same age, the same sex, or the same background. Maybe we felt we didn't belong. But as we became familiar with the steps and the principles of the program, we realized we could relate to others and benefit from what they had to say. We too belonged. Tonight helped me to be grateful for the courage it took for me to stay in the program. It's interesting, this meditation, it's like whenever I'm reading it, I'm always like thinking to myself something inside in my head. And one of the things that I was thinking about, this is like kind of like off angle, hold on a second. One of the things that I was thinking about was not necessarily about like when I first got sober, but I feel like throughout the years, times that I have continued to stay in meetings, or when I went back to meetings or going to counseling, things like that, there was always at least one or two people that kind of questioned it, which is interesting to me. One of the things that's interesting to me is that, and I know it's just that people don't know a lot about recovery. I get it, right? But so many people ask me on a regular basis, if you have been sober for 26 and a half years, why do you still need to go to meetings? Kind of like insinuating that is it because you're wanting to drink, or what's the reason? And the simple truth is this, is that those people that have what I want continue to go to meetings. Recovery is not about drinking is but a symptom. Alcohol is but a symptom. So everything that we learn about ourselves, making amends, taking inventory, being a service to others, a relationship with a higher power, that is what my recovery is about, right? That's why I continue to go to meetings today, to continue to be, and I have sponsor and things like that, so that I continue to be the best person that I possibly can be, so that I can continue to work on correcting the wrongs of my past, or making amends to people when that arises and I need to do that. Or if there's something that I need to inventory, And it's such a healthy way to live. I can't even imagine not doing it, and I don't know how I didn't do it for the 4 years that I wasn't going to meetings. But it's always interesting to me when people ask me that, It's like, well, the reason that I keep on going to meetings is because those people that I admire and respect, that have 40 plus years of sobriety, they still have sponsors, they still do inventory, they still make amends to people, they still do service work, and they go to a hell of a lot of meetings, and I respect that, right? So if somebody has what you want, do what they do. And that's what I've always been taught. But the other thing was interesting was like when Alex and I went to marriage counseling, you know, we went to for 2 years. And the reason that we stopped going to our counselor was because he resigned, which he was very young. He was like Alex's age, and he got a job doing, like a perfect job doing something else that he was really excited about doing, and so he closed down his practice. If that weren't the case, Alex and I would still be seeing him to this day. I mean, we loved that man. He was fantastic. He really helped. I mean, he saved our marriage and he saved my life. And I think Alex would probably say very similar things. And so... But it was interesting when I started talking to my vlog again about going back to counseling and getting another counselor, which Alex and I have wanted to do for quite some time. Not because we have like these super intense things. I mean, we're getting along better than we ever have. Like our marriage is so good as a result of that. But we don't want to go back to where we were before. You know, it's like even some of the greatest singers in the world have vocal coaches. And, you know, I would get a lot of questions from people and they would say, well, is something bad again? Like, do you guys need to go and work things out? No, we want to go before we do. See, that's what happened before was we waited until it was too late. And then by the time that we were actually like ready to go, because I was resistant as hell, it was then almost too late, you know, like the damage had been done. And so we just want somebody that we can go to like every other week and bounce things off of. I personally think, like Alex is like once a month. I think once a month is like way too long to just do kind of like a check-in. I think every other week would be great. And if stuff comes up, then we'll go back every week for a little while or whatever we need, you know. But it's always interesting to me when those of us, it's like, I think people always think there's like more there, you know? Like, have you ever encountered that in life? Like, if you're like, well, I'm gonna go talk to a counselor, people are like, well, why? What's wrong? What's going on with you? You know, like, are you crazy? No, I have some things I'd like to bounce off to somebody. You know, a lot of counseling is just being a sounding board. And so it's like, it's not that deep, you know? Well, why are you still going to meetings at 26 years? Are you wanting a beer? No, it's not about all that. But if I did want a beer, thank God that I'm in the place where I could talk about that, right? You know? And then there are people that it's just, God love them, they just don't get it, you know? They don't understand it. And that is my job to educate them. You know, a long time ago, I said... I can remember, you know, when I was like a feisty 20, and I do feel like this from time to time, regarding being gay, when I was like a feisty, like, you know, 20-year-old or whatever, and people would ask me questions like, well, who's the catcher and who's the pitcher? Kind of, I hate those questions. You know, if you're going to ask me, just come out and ask me. Don't ask me in some corny way like that, you know? And I'd say, well, it's not my job to educate you how everything works. Well, that's true, okay? You know, but as you get older, you realize it's not your job to educate people. But if not you, who? Like, if I don't educate people on my experience of working a 12-step program when they ask me, then who are they going to ask? Who's going to tell them, you know? If people don't, like, if they want to, I'm not telling them, say I'm going to tell the most intimate details of my romantic life, but if people ask and I don't say, like, well, and you know, in every relationship it's different and whatever, you know, and these are the appropriate questions to ask and these aren't, I feel like, I hope we've gotten to a point, you know, where we can start asking people to teach us instead of just assuming that we know. That's where I'm at, you know, and I reach out all the time to people and say, hey, tell me, like, you know, whatever, because hello? I forgot how long that phone rings. It just rings forever and ever and ever, and I thought I turned off my computer. Anyway, you know, like, I reach out to a lot of people and ask them, you know, for guidance and help and, you know, education and things like that. So I've gotten, you know, as I've gotten older, I've been, like, completely willing to do that stuff. And I'll, like, people ask me questions about recovery, like, well, why do you still go to meetings? Or why do you still find the need to have a sponsor? Do you still have cravings? And I answer those questions today because I'm glad that people are actually interested enough to ask, you know? And I also think that people today, like, there's not many of us out there that aren't affected by addiction one way or the other, you know? So anyway, I think that it was a fantastic meditation today. I love that meditation. I love this book so much. I know it was really, see, this is where it's hard sometimes for these books because this was so recovery related that I was like, okay, well, are people going to really relate to this? But see, we can always spin it. We can always spin it into a universal meditation, right? So anyway, I'm going to get off here now and go run some errands. I do not know if I'm going to film more videos for this week, so just check in and see, and maybe, and if not, then I will see you when I get back, and I love you guys so much. Bye.